Morning, TikTok. Why don't you join me? I'm going to go live on YouTube. Graybeard Gaming. We're going to do a little bit of farming simulator. So come on in, hop in, hit the chat up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We do this on a daily basis. So see you there. I'll be there in about 5. And in case you're wondering, yes, the link is in my bio. So let's go. Morning, TikTok. Why don't you join me? I'm going to go live.
All right, guys. I think I I think oops, gotta move my phone. My phone's on the charger and it's in Z way. All right, we are ready to go. Look, it's snowing. How you guys doing? I am trying to figure out how my cows doing. All right, so we have to go and sell my corn. I have to get that done this month. Where's space? There we go. I just got this tractor last night. She's a chick magnet. Good morning, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. It's a good day to have a good day, as my good pal Landon would say. Hopefully your day is awesome sauce. We're going to be earning a little bit of cash this morning. Got to pay some bills. Actually, I'm probably not going to be paying many bills, but I am going to be making some cash. I've got, I think, 3 trailer loads of corn. Oh, and it is icy. Icy, icy, icy. Apparently they didn't get their plow guy in here cleaning up off all the snow. Come on. There we go. Wonder what's for sale. That's not for sale. All right. First load is in the books. Yeah, it should be about 8,000, 8 to 10,000. 89.31. Just like we 8 to 10,000 range. I am going to hop it out. I want to be able to see what's at the store. Apparently it's got my what do we got on sale? Um I like this little tractor here. I say little. It's still got 177 horse. It's taking a moment to load, but I mean, she purty. Can I get it with front end attachment? What year is this bad boy? I like it. I like it a lot. Think I think I want it, but I'm gonna have to wait. Um, we've got other things that are a little bit more important, like a new harvester. Definitely need a new harvester, you guys. That's blinding me. All right, well, we're hauling tail to let's go check on our cows while we're driving, see how much food they've got, how much they need. All right, they are full on food. They don't have a meadow. I need to get them a meadow. How about our chicky poos? Ooh, we're hurting. I got 3 months of food left, and um, like 5 months before I'll harvest. I'm not gonna be making. They are gonna be going hungry for a month or two. Sounds like I'll be buying some chicken feed. I didn't want to, but I'm gonna have to. So I guess I'll go ahead and get that. Dang it. Why won't it just go into the shop? The worst part is it's not cheap to get um hay for these guys. Or I'm sorry, not hay, but I got plenty of hay for my cows. It's not cheap to get all the stuff you need to feed your chickens. We'll slow down this time. We'll treat it right. Oh, I think I need to use my other tractor when I'm doing this. It's hard to get up close with this with these duals. I got the duals just for, you know, making life a little bit easier. Obviously, I missed the boat on that one. I got to be hitting something. All right, another 8,800. It's got a lot of hours. I'm gonna pass. It's a nice tractor and all, but it's got a lot of hours, you guys. I might have to hop out and hop back in. I really got to start thinking about paying off this here loan that I've got. I don't think I have anything else left to sell. I will next month. I'll have some silage bales to sell. They should be ready. And I'll have to see how much it's going to cost to buy some wheat for my chickens. I really don't want to. I may just let them peck around on the ground for a month or two. How much are my eggs worth? Got 8,000 liters of eggs. They are worth 9,000. I mean, it's not terrible. I think I need 60 grand to purchase another plot of land. Ouch. The turn radius with duels, not good. Um, yeah, outside of eggs, I don't really have anything else to sell. If I sell them now, I'm gonna lose my butt. I'm gonna lose 2 grand on those 8,000 liters. So what I think I'll do is I'm gonna sleep until February, see how we're doing. And yeah, we might not have a ton of money. So I'm gonna lose about 5 grand just with interest payments. But should be able to sell my silage by then. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park. I'm gonna move my make sure I don't have pallets in the way. Did that last month. Okay, I've got all that. All right, let's get in here where it's warm, get some sleep. Cows have plenty of food for this month. I'll feed the cows and move the eggs so that um, everything's on the up and up. We'll have space for new pallets of eggs to spawn. But there's not going to be a whole lot else going on for the month of February. Oh, look at that. We must be in a little bit of a warm snap because there's no more space. Holy cow. I don't understand why this thing won't double up on uh, the eggs. I guess what we'll have to do is we'll just like take a nap till like afternoon. Technically speaking, you're not supposed to be able to lift these, but I use the super strength for that purpose. Just to kind of keep things moving along. I know if DiBerno was in here, if Nugget were here, he'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Saving all those eggs for a year and then selling them. And I tell him we were glassing our eggs and they are perfectly fine. They're pickled. Nothing wrong with them. That's what happens when you get a somebody that's a professional chef and they're wondering what you're doing with food items. All right. What's in the sale? Well, that would be fun. That little Fiat. How many hours are on it? 32. Some wide tires. Twins. Ugh, excuse me. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want this with the front loader attacher, the heaviest weights, front fenders. I don't even have front fenders, but that is ugly, ugly as sin. I don't want front fenders anyway. It takes away the appeal of the tractor. I would not want any window tinting. Beacon? No, I don't want the beacon. There's nothing to have to worry about the beacon for. All right, I got a little bit of time on that one. I'm hoping that maybe it'll be there next month. Let's go see if my silage is ready. My chickens have 11,000 liters, which means I'm gonna make it until maybe April. What do we got here? It's still grass. And my cows, they'll need a bale. So we'll get them a bale of hay. I have to remember to make a wide um, run with the bale. Let's go ahead. We're gonna sleep until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and then we're gonna get up, move the eggs again, and then we'll sleep till 8. All right, let's go take a look. Right now it is 3:30 in the afternoon. Holy crikey. That's a lot of eggs, you guys. That's a lot of eggs. I am going to need a lot of food to feed these girls. Got some hungry, hungry girls. I mean, I only slept for like 7.5 hours. I'm getting like 1,000 eggs an hour. That is redonk. Next, in the month of March, we have to plant our 3 fields of sunflowers. I am not selling my sunflower seeds. Um, if I can, I'd like to get my crop rotation on a schedule where I am going to be harvesting um, where I'm going to be harvesting some canola every year, and I'll have sunflower, and I'll put down an oil processing plant. I think that's a good idea for me. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having a good day, because it is a good day for a good day. My good friend Landon would say, hey, check out all those rhymes. I'm going to grab another bale of hay, and we'll see what we can do. Carry this over. I know. We're rolling it. We're not carrying it. We're pushing. I do have super strength on you guys. That's just to make things go a little bit more smoothly. I do have a pallet fork, otherwise I would figure out a different way. But if I have the means to move it, uh, I'll use the super strength. As long as I have some means to do it properly. Um, yeah, I think what we'll do is we're gonna sleep until noon. We have, or I'm sorry, we're gonna sleep until like 9 p.m. Then I'm going to go and grab all the eggs and move them out of the way so that we can spawn in full amount of eggs. And I did sleep for 24 hours. So I'm going to lose out on some egg production. Here in March is 3:30 in the afternoon. That was my mistake. My mistake. Did you say steak? All right. I'm going to have to make a determination on whether or not I want to uh, sell these early, but I'm going to have to get in the field. All right. Let's get in the big case. You see I've got my little case right there. Hopefully I've got enough. I have no fertilizer in this. Do I have any in? I have some in there. I know I do. I could just get my seed drill and empty that. I'm going to use this. All right, we're going to load up on our fertilizer and hope that we've got enough. And I am going to drop that down. Look at that. We are getting it. We're getting after it, folks. We are getting it. Get some. So we've got sunflowers going in here, and we were going to have two other fields of sunflowers. Um, should be able to mow grass next month. I'm just trying to get the outer edges of my field here because the AI worker does a poor job, but this field here, I'm going to do the entire thing because the AI workers really love to take forever on this field because it's odd shape. So it's just easier for me to knock it out rather than ask AI to do it. If you guys are wondering why is he not uh, getting rid of those trees, I like these trees. They are pretty trees, and it's okay for a guy who lives on a farm to think trees are pretty and to leave them alone. They're my trees. I don't want to cut them down. Look at the cows. They jumping around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get down. Dude, I just dated myself there. Yeah, we are getting some sunflowers in the soil. Um, the bugs are flying. The birds are chirping. The chickens are happy. They're gonna go hungry. So we're doing our best with the chickens, which reminds me, I did not empty their area. I gotta go do that quick. I gotta move all those crates, otherwise they won't produce any more eggs. And I'm gonna be out of food in the month of April. My chickens will have no food for like 2 months. They're just gonna have to bugs and grubs. That's it. Better be they're not gonna be producing many eggs for me for like 2 months. So I gotta be careful on my sleeping. So I don't want to sleep too much. Then they won't produce my eggs. And there's a lot of eggs right here. Not gonna say I don't have a good amount of eggs. So we are sitting on quite a few. So my chickens actually produce food 2 ways, or produce money 2 ways, through eggs and through baby chicks. So if they don't have food, they're not doing either of those things. And the price of food, well, geez. I really wanted that Fiat, but I didn't need it. But get another one of these, I want it. But I'm gonna pass. Got a lot of eggs. I don't even know how much the eggs are all worth, but there is a lot. For like 30,000 liters of eggs. Right now, they're not worth much. As you can see, in the month of November, they'll be worth 1,400, a thousand. So right now, they're worth $600, a thousand less. We need to get silage. I've got a good amount of silage. I should get that taken in this month, and I might. I might do that while we're seeding this field. let's get this done. This field won't take but a minute. Kind of thinking I want to buy this plot of land right here next. Um, because I want to do something with that stone outcropping. I have ideas. And I have to, by January of year 5, I have to start paying back my loan. So really got to start getting some money into the fold. Yeah, if I can get another plot of land by the end of the summer, then what excites me is that by fall of next year, I'll have both sunflowers and canola oil being produced. And that's important to uh, really pushing for um, financial stability. Part of me wants to buy that piece of land, and then I remembered that's where the starter farm is, and that makes me unhappy. But I guess I would just get rid of everything off the starter farm. So I could do that. I'd really like to get a new mower because I don't like the double bar mower at all. Really. It's awful. Kind of tempted to get the John Deere Batwing. And if I did that, then I would be able to mow and get it done quickly and move on with my life. So this field and the other two, I'm hoping to get 30,000 liters off the 3 fields. I think that would be a good goal with the sunflowers. I don't know. I haven't done sunflowers yet. But like I said, I would think that that's a good number to get. So that's my goal. Look at that. In the amount of time we did that, we've added that much. Holy crap. All right. Let's go ahead I'm gonna hire a worker to do this. And we'll run down here, take care of some more eggs. And where's my other tractor? There it is. So I'll get this guy out. And we're gonna sell off our silage. So let's start with that. What I'm gonna do is pull forward just far enough, hop out, and get the rest of the silage out of here. All right, and then I'm gonna take 2 bales of hay so that we don't starve our cows. All right. Then I just have 5 bales left. We're gonna take a look at our field. How's that coming? All right, they're slow rolling that. Oh, awesome. I don't have to buy the starter farm with that plot. Well, that makes me happy. Excellent. So I'm gonna be able to sell these and then get myself set up on fertilizer and herbicide and all that good stuff. So if I hurried and was able to earn enough money, I don't think I can. I don't think I want to sell those eggs right now, though. Yeah, it's too much money. That's almost $20,000 I'd lose. I can't afford to lose that much. But what I will do is purchase some, if I can find it. How much is wheat? Chicken food. Unfortunately, it's going to be expensive. If I bought 6,000 liters, that's going to be all of this value left. Maybe more. But I don't really have a whole lot of choice. 10,500. Eggs are going to be important. So what I'm going to have to do is like, I'm going to be able to sleep for like 2 hours and then I got to go and do another thing of grabbing the eggs. So then I might as well, while I'm here, might as well buy some fertilizer. And I'll have to buy some eggs. Or I'm sorry, not eggs, but buy some fertilizer and some seeds. All that money I just made, just gone. Instantly gone. But we should be stocked up on things like um, fertilizer and seeds. I mean, it's going to stink to have to buy more chicken feed, but what in the tarnation? Why is that one falling through? Oh, I know. Probably have it set to, yeah, that was why. I had the auto pickup on for bales. It doesn't like that when you set stuff on top of it and it's supposed to be picking up bales. They get very, very angry. Like that. What in the heck? There's a spot that's I can put it up here. Then I could just pick 4 bags up, maybe. It's probably a bad choice. I should just come up and get him with my other thing. Well, I know 4 bags will get me till next month, so I can just leave the other 4 bags till next month. Yeah, that might be our play. Let's get off that bumpy road. Well, I'm probably gonna need more herbicide. That's what I'm gonna need. I have a little bit of liquid fertilizer too, so I'm not like desperate for fertilizer, which is really expensive. Um, I would like to get away from using herbicide, so uh, eventually I'll get a manure spreader, but I'm gonna wait for one to pop on sale. I've got these here cows that'll do just fine. Chickens are gonna have 8,000 liters, so they'll make it until they just tell me they were, who's at 43%? Oh, my tractor. Let's get this guy backed in. In the next couple of months, I won't have a whole lot to do. Pull him in here. Let's get him fixed up nice. So we're gonna fix that up, fix that up, fix that up. All right, so just under $1,300 in maintenance fees on the case. Do I have I do have the Batwing, so I'll be buying that next month, I think, getting rid of the lizard there. That'll tell me what I've got in here. So solid fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, manure. straw, lime. Yeah, I've got a good supply of stuff going on here. Um, meadow. I have a little bit of meadow. How cool is that? I got lots of manure. How much are you guys worth? That's the better question. $1,200. That's 6 months. We're gonna let you grow. Not that I couldn't use 25 grand in the coffers, but I'm gonna let you grow. I might sell you next month because I don't have enough time this month to even think about putting in a cornfield or soybean field and buying a new piece of property, in spite of what I might tell myself. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. This is actually about the perfect size setup. Even though this tractor could pull a bigger one, I think it's about perfect for what I'm doing. And this field is done. Let's get over to the other one. One left, guys. One left to go. I'm just gonna, I'm not actually gonna use the GPS lines. I'm not gonna, use the steering assist. I'm actually going to simply use it as an outline to get this done. We'll get through this and then, yeah. So yeah, long term, you guys, I want to use fertilizer, and I'm just gonna get a hoe. I don't know which hoe. I'm probably gonna go with a John Deere 24, 25 row hoe. Um, Mostly because it just makes more logical sense and it's way cheaper than herbicide. I don't even think I have enough herbicide to spray a field in its entirety, so we'll see. We'll see next month because that's what I'm gonna do is spray that field down. I'm just hopeful that, the hoe or well, I'm really hopeful that one or the other or both goes into the sale, the hoe or the batwing, just to make life a little bit easier. But I will be buying the batwing for sure, and I'll be buying the hoe for sure. Whether or not I get them on a cheaper deal is the question. And the other thing I need to think about is, um, well, the other reason I want that other piece of property is I'd like to get it and put it into two fields. One being, you know, purely for chickens, and the other being for profit or production. So I'd like to have, maybe start it off with canola. So like I said, in January I got to start paying off the mortgage. So profit and production are going to be two big things that we need to address going forward. The eggs are nice, nice little amount of money, and I'm going to make good money on them, but that's not till November every year. So I've got to store them till November, which means I'm probably going to be looking for some sort of a pallet um, storage facility. I can look for that right now, actually. Something inexpensive. As you can see, these are all quite expensive. 57, 77, 35,000. But that's only for bales. I don't know if it'd take pallets. That one is 25. Oh no, I just screwed up. I didn't realize it was gonna turn. That's probably about 600 liters of chicken food that I just wiped out. All right, let's pay attention. I do that a lot. And our main objective is just to get this finished. I can't believe I just did that boneheaded error. Well, I mean, I can. It's me. Of course, I can believe I did it. Looks like I missed a spot there. I'll have to go back and grab. Oh, dang it, Graybeard, you big bonehead. All right. That is all of our sunflowers planted, which is nice. Get that all taken care of. Let's get this out of here before I screw something else up. I know what we all know what the batwing probably looks like, so we're not going to worry too heavily about that. Trying to figure out where I can park this since it's going to be kind of out of the way. I like to have that to go through if I need it. All right. Let's just back you up here. I'm out of places to store things. All right. Let's go ahead park you. Cows have food. I'm just gonna fast forward time a little bit just till we can get closer to night. Pick up some eggs here. And I'll probably go and sleep around midnight. I am kind of curious as to how much food that we're consuming in an hour. So we're at 7281. All right, so 7281 minus 7052 equals that, times that by 24 hours. And we are going through almost 5,500 liters a month of food. So if I multiply that by 12, that is almost 66,000 liters of food a year. So to be safe, I need like 70,000 liters every year. We're just going to do this until midnight. I'm almost paying my, um, I was also curious, I'm also nearly paying my entire uh, interest payment by selling chickens last month, which is really nice. All right, let's slow down time. Back to 3. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. 5.5 hours sleep, life of the farmer. What's going on now? Let's take a quick peek. All right. It's a lot of eggs. Whoopsie. All right, let's see what we got. What's on sale? Yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry. Ma'am, you know me too well. You know I can't say no to that fiat, but I'm gonna have to. But look at that. Oh, she's a beaut, Clark. I gotta say no. Gotta say no. It's not what I need. It's not what I need. Gotta keep reminding myself it's not what I need. Excuse me. We're gonna run the double bar up. We're gonna sell it. I'm just tired of using it. Doesn't suit our purposes anymore. How much herbicide do we have? Probably not as much as I need. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. No set up Malter. No, that's still no. Yeah, I'll buy it. Not happily, but I'll buy it. Get what, 35? Yeah. How much is my weeder? Oh, I don't even have it loaded. I'm gonna have to get it loaded. I keep forgetting this thing has terrible stopping. Also thought about putting my own little farmer's kiosk up here, market stand or something along those lines. All right, just gonna dump this here. How much food do they got? They got 8,676. Excellent. They got plenty of food. I think what we'll wind up doing is dropping the front loader right about here. Just seems like a out of the way place. Enough of it out of the way place. All right, let's get this bad boy fired up. All right, we're just gonna keep on mowing. Probably speed the time up because this is the only thing I have to do today. It's the only thing I have left to do today. get this done in record time. I don't think I need to do hay just yet. I think I can get through this year with hay and then um so we'll do a cutting of hay in October, but I'm not going to do anything with it until April. And that should give us an ample amount of hay for the following year. So as you can see, I am not high on funds, especially if I want to get a new means of fertilizing and or if I'm going to change my fertilizing and then switch over to something else as far as weeds are concerned. Money is going to be tight this year still. But that's what happens. Let's back this guy in. Look at that. It's like a glove. I forgot I was gonna do something. Still have to get rid of the weeds. I'm gonna run up to the store. I'm gonna pick up 500 liters of herbicide and hope that will be enough to do all of this. I offload. For some reason I cannot unload it. It's not the worst price in the world. It's just I don't want to spend that kind of money on anything. and we are moving along at a fairly healthy clip of speed. It's not sure why this one is not allowing me to unload. But we can get through this in a hurry. Looks like field one's going to take probably a good portion of my herbicide. Not half. I am not going to be able to get all three fields with what I've got. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's great that I got my weeds, in that field. I just got to be able to maneuver to the next field. We are just trying to wash off all the weeds with the sprayer. That's what we're going to call it. Washing the weeds, guys. Washing the weeds. All right, we got this field done. So that's herbicide on 2 out of 3 fields. I don't have enough to finish this one. Dang it, we're going to get started on it. Might get around the outside edge. lot of weeds here, you guys. A lot of weeds. I'm not going to get around the outside edge. But I am going to buy one more barrel and pray that that gets us where we need to be. Hey, thanks a lot. How you been doing? Did you have a good weekend? No audio? I should have audio. Been pretty quiet this morning. Are you able to hear me now? Hmm. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like my audio's going. At least my little meter's jumping up and down on my OBS. Okay. Yeah, I was just being quiet because there wasn't anybody currently in until you jumped on. There's these weeds are thick in this field. Holy crikey. That's a lot of weeds. So, what'd you do this weekend? I was checking out your the Lansing lights, a couple of those this weekend. That was really cool. I have to get better about I didn't finish the one because my kid wanted the TV, but I'm gonna go back and finish watching them. I like watching the Christmas lights. That's kind of fun. I'll have to make sure I get through all of them and give them all likes. I just was going through them, got through the little bit on one of them before I lost rights to the TV. I had no idea that there was a big light show like that every year. Is that right downtown by the Capitol building? We might actually have enough herbicide to actually finish. It'll be close. I think I got her. All right, let her rip, tater chip. We got it. Barely had enough herbicide. I'm switching over after this year. I'm going to go to a weeder of some sort. It's long term cheaper. Oh, I just didn't have my yeah, I like to stay a little bit further away on this tractor because it's so loud and it kind of whistles a little bit. Oh, so it really gets with that whistle, it's really kind of annoying. Get a good stretch in. Hopefully this guy does a good job on this fertilizing because I just don't like to sit there and fertilize. I've got enough weeds out of there. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and get a second cup of coffee. I'll be back in just a minute. We got deer roaming around my neighbor's backyard. My cat is like, "What's going on? What are these things? Can I play with them?" I'm trying to get all my liquid fertilizer and liquid herbicide used up so that I can switch over to solid and get rid of this spreader. Unfortunately for me, I don't know a whole lot about anything, but I really don't know is where I've placed it because I'm not doing a conventional, you know, spreading of fertilizer. I'm going around two fields at the same time, trying to limit my stops and all that goodness. Hey, good morning, Archie. How you doing today? It's always good to have people in the chat. I put it on my TikTok. I was hoping I'd get some people to pop in through, coming in through TikTok. So far, I don't think I have. I'm doing all right. I'm gonna make an appointment, I think, today for the chiropractor. Get it done before we go on vacation. Do a little snap, crackle, and pop. My cat's sitting here watching the deer out in my neighbor's yard. She's like, I want to play with them. Of course, I'm streaming. I feel committed to streaming. So I'm trying to make this streaming thing big for me to have fun. Besides, it sounds a lot better in my head where I'm talking to potential people watching me versus just me talking to myself. For my own sanity's sake, it just sounds better for me. He's good. He was trying everything he could this morning though with to not go to school, and we're like, no, you're going. You're gonna be off for like 13 days. You're going to school. So he must feel fine. If he's trying that hard to not go. Now we're just dealing with the one that's on crutches and a walking boot as of last week. It's always something. Never a dull moment in this house. How was breakfast with your daughter? I have four boys. So life is busy in this house. Hey, I think we had the same hobby, making kids. Everyone needs a hobby. That's the split on the field. That's why I'm confused as to why I had a big patch that wasn't fertilized. Yeah, we were only gonna have three. We planned to stop at three, and then we had a surprise in my 40s. But that kid is so much. He's a sweet kid. He's a he's a character too. Very rough and tumble. Couldn't possibly imagine it any other way at this point. If my wife and I are good at one thing, it is managing chaos. Another one. Holy cow. You sure do love that hobby. I like to tell people making kids was the hobby, raising them was the job. Yeah, it looks good enough for fertilized. I'm not using it on this one. I'm using the crop rotation mod, and I feel like I get a lot of contradicting data from the two. I was really just using this playthrough to learn how to use the um, crop rotation, kind of teach myself some things about it. Some pretty rough weather coming through here. Oh, I like precision farming a lot. I just haven't decided if I really like, the rotation tool. You sell a bunch of stuff?
No, I'm just on break and I
Did you ever post any of those GeoRude?
yeah, posted you something.
How are they doing?
What's doing okay?
Yeah, be cool if you sold some of those.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Yeah, I've used it on both 22 and 25, and I swore when I was in 22 I wouldn't do it again on 25, but That was a lie. How are the cows doing? Looks like they got plenty of food. Chickens, they're gonna be starving next month. That's all right. They can have a month or two where they don't have food.
Seriously. Why are you like this?
You can see where I accidentally went, wasn't paying attention, made myself a pair. Oh,
Standing for your benefit. Okay.
what map is that? I'm not a big fan of uncooperative maps. Put her in it. Just set her inside and make it a video.
Well, I was just doing the video and she walked right in front of me.
Yeah, put her in there. I mean, it'd be good content. People love cats. Yeah, the placeables part of that map is what frustrated me. So I was like, that's why I got rid of it. Like I would hide some of the buildings and they just pop back up. And I was like, nope, not doing this anymore. So I just watch on YouTube. I watch Scapegoat Side Quest. I like to watch him struggle with that map. He gets really frustrated with some things. I don't know if you've ever watched him or not. It could just be a version. Look at those cherry trees. Cherry trees are pretty. All up in blossom. I'm allergic to cherries in real life. Look at that. That is a that is a pretty tractor next to a pretty tractor. I think Clutch might have a little bit better setups than we do. Oh, Scapegoat Side Quest. He's kind of learning how to play uh Farming Simulator as he's doing his videos, which can make it a little frustrating. See if my chickens are hungry. Really don't want to buy a bunch of chicken food. Gosh, they're going through. I did the math, and I'm burning through about 66,000 liters a year. For real?
Mhm.
I probably thought that was me. That's what you didn't consider. Thursday will be my last stream for a week and a half, probably. Everybody needs to take a break though and recharge. But when I get back, we're gonna be doing the roll of the dice thing, which will be interesting, I think. I think that's gonna actually gonna be a lot of fun. I got my dice right here. Um, I was talking with what'd you say?
I said, there goes my break.
I was talking to Nugget yesterday. Um, I want to get a thing to roll my dice into. I think that'd be kind of cool. What are my cows worth this month? If I wanted to sell them, I could make 31 grand. Not ready to sell them. I don't know what I'd spend the money on. And my wife and I we were still talking about what can we do to have fun while we're down there. That's just not sitting around a pool or at the beach. Because kids they don't want to just do that. They're gonna want to see some stuff. So we might make a drive to like one day. We might do a drive over to Tampa or something like that. There's a kind of like a gator airboat tour that we thought about taking the kids on. And they have like pirate ship things. So there's a lot of different things that we could do while we're there. But we haven't decided on anything in particular yet. Yeah, Tampa's about a 2 hour drive. That's the only thing is from where we're staying, visiting family, it's a 2 hour drive, which that's not a big deal. I have to take my morning meds too. It's like breakfast. That's what I call it. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, a couple years ago we went to Gulf Shores and I know it's in Alabama, but it's only about an hour from Destin. We didn't wind up going to Destin, but we went to Mobile, Alabama. They have the USS Alabama and USS Drum. So you have a battleship and a World War II battleship and submarine that you can tour. And it was so awesome. I wish my kids would have wanted to go, but they didn't. And now my oldest, he loves World War II, and so does my 9-year-old. Well, not love World War II in, a violent sort of way, but they they love learning about it. So, and I had the time of my life going and touring those old boats. Yeah, I think Clearwater is where they do a big pirate ship, but I hear you can get in a little bit of trouble because they serve alcohol on it. Oh, U.S. Victory is in Tampa. Interesting. Yeah, they had. I think Mobile has a United States Military Air Museum, and that's where they had the World War II tours of the USS Alabama and USS Drum. The submarines back from World War II, they are massive, massive boats. But you get inside and it is tiny and cramped. Like there is not much space going on because it's all open ballast. Yeah, we talked about doing a park, but last Wednesday my 14-year-old blew out his ankle playing basketball and he's in a walking boot and on crutches. So we're not so sure about doing a park right now. We didn't buy tickets, thankfully. There's always got to be one kid that thinks that they need to make the vacation time difficult with crutches. My older boys though, they'll do a lot of fishing. There's a dock um going into the canal where my wife's aunt and uncle live, and then they have the beach house uh right on the water. So if I can find something, we might, something affordable, we might try and find some sort of activity to go do something different. I'd love to go scalloping. That'd be kind of fun. So I guess the scalloping thing, they do down there. You know, it's kind of like a snorkeling type of adventure. And we've never gone snorkeling. I think that'd be kind of fun. No, not the eggs. Not my gumdrop buttons. Let's see what I got going on this month. Oh, it is. Somebody out there's probably like, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. I'm like, I didn't ask to be stronger. Jump around, jump up, and get down. Let these guys go. I think I'll sell them when they hit 2 grand. That'll be 40 grand in the pocket. Right now it's about 30 grand. How much chicken feed are we using per hour? 53.52. We're using 249. Ooh, 249 liters every hour. Now I got to recalculate what I need per year. So I think they're all layers now. Yep. I'm almost to 75,000 liters a year that I need to feed these stinking chickens. I need to get that livestock feed calculator. much food do we got left? All right. Let's go and sleep. Back down to 3 speed. How much food do we got left? 799 liters. Looks like I'm going to be spending my last 6 grand. Do need to check how much the eggs are worth. They're up to $1,260. But I cannot afford to lose 10 grand. It's always snowing where you're at, Archie. Don't you live in the Arctic? Igloo? Probably harvesting whale blubber and all that good stuff too, making oil. Playing frisbee golf with baby seals. Not using the baby seals as frisbees. Let's not make it weird. at all these eggs. Nugget's gonna have a fit. He yelled at me last night for having like a year's worth of eggs. I'm like, that's not a year's worth of eggs. That's like 4 months. This is a year's worth. I told him we were glassing them, so they're perfectly fine, shelf stable. They weren't washed. So my chickens are producing more than 8 pallets a day, so I kind of have to go through the days fast forward so I can collect them. Otherwise, they're just eating the feed and not giving me anything because there's no place to put them. But as long as it's not raining come midnight, I'm probably going to harvest at least one field of winter barley. Yeah, cows, sheep, goats, they're the cheapest things to raise um, when you're looking to make money. Chickens, when you get, 500 of them, they eat a lot of grain. And then that gets expensive if you don't have enough to keep them fed. All right. Let me see. I do have a field of, I have 2 fields ready to be harvested. I've only got 678 liters left. I'm getting a little laggy due to the amount of pallets I've got sitting there. I've never done a bakery. Yeah, check to make sure I am, I gotta enable my swath. You might as well. put in a greenhouse, get some strawberries, and use your milk to make butter, and plant a field of sugar beets so that you can go all in on the bakery. Some eggs, bread, cake. What are you meowing about, cat? Is your mom not feeding you? Is she abusing you? Tell her she can't withhold food from you. And you can see where I screwed up because I tabbed over to look at the used goods. Weren't you saying you were making too much money and it was too easy? It seems like the game's showing you a path to change that. What is in the sales this month? Two-row billet. I thought about doing sugarcane. Hey, my vids, have you been to Ohana over there on Saginaw? I think it's in the old Outback building. Must have been something, Arch. Okay, I'm gonna have to step out here in a little bit, but I'm gonna be doing another stream tonight. for sure. So hopefully we'll see you. Yeah, you as well. Come on. There we go. Drop it there. Trying to get all these stacked up nice and pretty like. I'm gonna run back over there. I'm gonna finish that harvest in that field. Oh, dang it. Dang cat must be in heat. We have to get her in. She's gotta get it. We gotta get her spayed. She's annoying. We only have the one cat, so we're not worried. And she doesn't go outside, so we're not worried about her having kittens. All right, well, we got 5,500 liters. Hey, my vids, are you still there? All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, how much are my cows worth? I might have to sell them off earlier than I wanted to. That's okay. Just buy more. We got the baby cows again. Get them a bale. Maybe two. And they will be fine for like 3 months again. I don't know what that's all about. Tell me I'm too far away. Oh, it's because I was set on me doing it. It's in the used market. It's just a fertilizer spreader, nothing major, nothing necessary. Now we're back to running this bad boy. I'm really hoping that I don't have to buy any more uh, feed for my chickens and that I'll be able to put in a big healthy field on a new piece of land. That's the goal for the very immediate future. All right, let's get this guy going. There's so many eggs. I'll have to screenshot that and send it over to Nugget. He goes nuts when he sees that. So the only thing I'm willing to sell the eggs for is if I decide to buy another piece of property, which I might be doing here this month. And I might not sell all the eggs, I might just sell just enough. I can also sell straw. Both are a good possibility. I'll probably sell straw before I worry about eggs. And I think I'm just going to park this guy right over here somewhere. up out of the way. We're going to load up on some diesel. All right. We're just trying to get this grass done so we can bale it and wrap it. Ooh, I'm hoping I can squeeze through this. That looks like I will. And one of those things that we'll start doing is as we add more property, we're going to go ahead and start combining some of these fields. Um, if for no other reason than to just make it a little bit more, you know, a little more simplified when it comes to uh, harvesting and planting. And as we grow, I might actually eventually turn this into a large or a larger field of um, grass, maybe. Not much larger, but enough to maybe make it a little less difficult to maneuver. Because this is a very difficult field to maneuver. Don't know what I was thinking. I am considering like taking out this little corner here and making this into a larger field, combining, you know, or connecting these two. And ultimately, I want to basically take this whole corner from um, instead of having it curve up into here, I want to take this field and from like here, I'd kind of like to go and run it up through here and then kind of bring it back like this towards the wooded area on a gradual curve back. and create that into one larger field with that field over there. And then do the same with this grass field and the remainder of this field that's currently sunflowers and make that into a large, one large field for grass, and then combine this small field, that field there, and the one beyond there where we're harvesting, and make that into a larger field as well. That is my hope. I'll be able to do it. It's just going to take a bit of time. It's not something I'm going to be able to get done. I'm hoping to be able to have it in place for next year. Um, but I'm going to start converging or combining fields, not so much to make larger fields, but maybe just for convenience. So instead of having one, two, three, four, five, six, seven fields over here, we'll combine them down into like uh 3 fields.
Mhm.
That way I can get more grass, more hay, and because I do want to add another type of livestock in here somewhere. I'm kind of thinking about, you know, sheep or goats. That that would take in more of my, that would be more of my hay used up. So, I've got to keep the plan going. Evolution of a farm. So that's kind of the plan is as of October, I want to start altering these fields. That's why I was hoping to be able to purchase another plot of land so that we can ultimately put some crops over there for next year. These ones, these fields are going to be idle until probably spring. One thing's for sure, I definitely will have plenty of eggs to sell, and straw should help too. Not going to make a fortune off straw though. I am hoping to make, 10 grand off the straw. That'd be nice. Worker completed their task. Isn't that sweet of them? Let's get them started on the next task. no sense in leaving any scraps. And more eggies. I need to go up to the other end of the farmyard and get some fuel. All right. I just remembered that this is a field that's such a pain because of how close it is on that northern end to the property line, or on that side over there next to the wood line. So I might have to just do this first swipe all on my own. Like I said, I wanted to be able to purchase that other um, chunk of land in the month of July. That way I'm able to harvest the grass off of it before I worry about cutting in a couple fields. Definitely want to get 2 fields in it though, because I'm gonna need, I mean, I've got winter wheat. I'm gonna plant them into barley or winter barley, I guess. One or the other. Probably winter barley, so I can get it out a month earlier, just in case I'm struggling with uh, chicken feed again. I can get my hands on it. I'm hopeful that I can get all the way around. I don't think I'm gonna though. But this edge right here is really close to the property line, so I've got to do this myself before I can set an AI worker task on it. I'm just hoping I can get all the way around to where I know my property is not hovering over the line. But it's not a bad problem to have to fill your tank all the way. All right. I didn't make it all the way, but that's all right. Like I said, it's not a bad thing. I need as much as I can. I'm tired of spending money on chicken feed. got about 3 months worth of feed in there now. I don't know how that's going to do long term. Food, yeah, not not quite where I need to be for food, but no, we'll get it. All right, I'm gonna end my live here, guys. I'll be back later, maybe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Graybeard out.